Hello, everyone. I have a question for you. I was wondering if when a friend of yours sees a toy that you have or a game that you have that they really like, and they ask you if they could have it or if you could share it with them, do you just love giving up your toys? Or if your brother or your sister want some of your time, if they want you to play with them, do you just love sharing your time with them? Or if your mom or your dad or somebody or your grandma or your grandpa ask you to do something, do you just love helping out around the house? Well, if your answer is yes, then you could just turn off this video and you are good to go. But I think for most of us, we struggle a little bit when people ask us to share, whether it's something that we have, a toy, a game, or something like that, or whether it's our time, or whether we're needed for some chore, or anything like that, or even just to listen to somebody who's going through a hard time. It's hard to just be generous with our time, with our gifts, with our talents. And today we hear about the life of two really wonderful men. Our church, the Orthodox Church, celebrates Saints Cosmos and Damian. Now, these are not the same Cosmos and Damian that we celebrate another time during the year in November. They're another Cosmos and Damian, but they come from a city in Italy called the city of Rome. A lot of you might have heard of it. It's a really famous city, and they came from Rome, and they were Christians, and they were also doctors. But back then, there weren't very many medicines, and so doctors had to rely not just on herbs and other medicines, that kind of natural medicines that came from nature, but they also, if they were Christians, they had to rely on God giving them the gift of healing. And so Cosmos and Damian were really, really strong believers in Jesus Christ. And because they were so strong in their faith, God gave them this special gift of being able to heal people just by praying for them. So many people would come to them, and they would even bring their animals who were sick, and they would pray for them, and all of a sudden, the sickness would be gone. And you know what? Cosmos and Damian never charged anybody any money for their healing. They just said, we have been given this gift freely, and so we're going to give you healing freely as well. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about these two amazing men who lived almost 2,000 years ago, because I think it's really inspiring for us to think about giving freely of our time, giving freely of our gifts, because when we do that, we also become aware of how much we've been given. So, my challenge to you today is to do two things. One is to think about somebody in your life that could use something that you have. Maybe it's a toy, maybe it is some time, maybe it's just a big hug, and maybe it's your mommy or your daddy, your brother, your sister, or a friend, and I want you to give them one thing today, okay? Whether it's a hug or a toy or some time, just give them one thing. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to share with your mom or your dad one thing that you are grateful for. So one gift that you've been freely given in your life, whether it is, I don't know, the beautiful weather outside, or whether it is the fact that you have a wonderful family, or anything. I want you to share that with your family. So can you do that with me? Share one thing, one toy, one piece of time, or anything that you think somebody would appreciate, and also share with your parents what is one thing that you're grateful for. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you next time. Ever wondered how to find the hymns for a saint commemorated on a particular day? Just go to Google and type in Ages Digital Chant Stand and click on it. And then you'll see all of the days of each month. We're going to click on July 1st. And then you'll see all of the services for July 1st, Matins in the morning, which is also Orthros, Divine Liturgy, Vespers in the evening. So let's click on the Matin service, but the PDF version. This doesn't have any of the music, but it has all of the words for all the hymns of that particular day, which is pretty cool in PDF form. All right, but we want to find the music for the particular hymns for the saints. So let's go back, and now we're going to click on the
text music link. And here you'll see the same text, but you'll also see a little musical notes there. Click on that, and then DD's, which is the most simplest version. Then now you have the main hymn for the saint of the day. And that, my friends, is how to find the hymns for each of the saints of each day of the month. So let's try chanting the hymn for the saints of the day, Saints Cosmos and Damian, the unmercenary healers, together. Ready? Holy unmercenaries and wonder workers, visit our infirmities. Freely you received, freely give to us. Saints Cosmos and Damian, pray to God for us.